Steve Borden hosted the Praise the Lord talk show on the TBN network last week. The show opened with Borden, rarely referred to as Sting during the broadcast, Nikita Koloff and Lex Luger standing together to introduce the program. Sting introduced Koloff, who cut a promo on no longer being the Russian Nightmare, but rather referring to himself nowadays as the Devil's Nightmare.
I was going to say the American Nightmare.
No, it's taken. He made a bunch of goofy faces and stuck his tongue out a whole lot while Sting took the mic again. Sting briefly talked about Luger's recent conversion before they went to a break. When the show came back, Sting played the role of Johnny Carson with Luger as his guest. Sting and Luger walked through Lex's career from college on. Luger talked about how he was a standout student athlete and how he had access to everything he wanted. He talked about getting kicked out of the University of Miami for misconduct at a time where it was virtually impossible to do so. Sting talked about how a lot of the other wrestlers resented Luger getting everything handed to him at first in his career, but how he managed to earn it in time and stay near the top for several years. Luger talked about how living a double life as a husband and father at the time and a hard partying star on the road, saying everyone looked to him to find out where the party was. He choked up talking about Miss Elizabeth dying in his arms as he dialed 911 in their townhouse and how it haunts him to this day. Luger's tone was somber during the entire interview as he looked down at the ground during every one of his responses. The only point where he perked up was when he talked about his jail time after being detained at the Canadian border, during which his now pastor came to visit him and won him to Christ. He said he is getting his life back on track, and after recognizing that God is, in his words, the real total package, and said that he is dedicating his life from here on to being to being a warrior for Christ. Sting also interviewed a blind former drug addict from his church and a minister heading up a cruise ship ministry he is working with. He hardly spoke about his wrestling career except how he, Nikita, and Luger still get in the ring once in a while. I tried to find footage of this. I couldn't. I was so mad.
Damn it.
The September 25, 2006 episode is on YouTube, and I was like, oh, sure, this must have been like roughly in that period. And nope, couldn't find it. I do not want to mock people finding Christ and the faith people find. But when you come
I'll do it.
When you're like, the real total package is God. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't.
I'm the devil's nightmare.
And the real total package is Vince Russo, who will now not write his horrible misogynistic shit because he found God in Jesus.
It's so, like, listen, some people obviously need it. You know, by all accounts, Sting not doing too well before he found the Big J.
Yep.
So I wish him the best.
I kind of get why a lot of wrestlers find Jesus.
Well, because they don't want to take accountability for their own terrible misdeeds.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I was going to frame it a little better than that, but that's pretty much it. That, like, for all the debauchery they get up to, they probably need something to guide them toward the light.
Yeah, like, I don't know. And it's like a slightly less abhorrent version of anyone who's done a sex crime is like, I found Jesus, don't put me in prison.
Sure.
It's probably a little less cynical.
Yeah, when you see Russell Brand do it, you are like, fuck off.
Yeah, like, it's like a less cynical version of that because it is mostly for them still. But, like, it's a way of justifying or absconding oneself from their darkest moments. Which, again, I guess people need. But, like, you should probably take accountability at the same time. And some people do. Some people don't just go, wow, like, Jesus has saved me and has forgiven me. Some people take that as an opportunity to try and make amends for their mistakes. But, I don't know. I'll always roll my eyes a little bit at it just because I am a horrible cynic.
Damn right. Lex Luger is about to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
He is. Along with Triple H.
Yes, along with Triple H and Michelle McCool. What a class. Do you think Sting inducts him?
He should.
Yeah, and if you go back to the TNA Hall of Fame, Lex Luger inducted Sting.
But it's like, Tony.
If you're Tony and you get the request, what do you say?
I say, oh god, that's one of those non-enviable tasks of his position. I would accept it with, I want something in return though.
A little like TNA Gimme Christian for a show?
Yeah, I want, what do I want though? I want Penta to go out on the show and go, I had a great time in AEW.
Do that on Raw on Netflix and you got Sting.
I don't know what I would want in return. Let me, I don't know, man.
Cody Rhodes' return to...
Yeah, well, it's like, it has to be something Cody related, but it's like, what would they even allow?
You know what I would ask for?
Oh, actually, I know what I'd ask for. Wait, I want to see if it's the same thing.
I would ask for Bailey.
I see. I was gonna say when Sting comes up to introduce him, I want a lower third that says AEW Superstar or whatever.
Listen, that would be a default. That would be, yes, that would be like a contractual term, not a favor in return.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would ask for Bailey, and I would do something with Bailey and Mercedes.
Okay. I don't think you're getting any I don't think you're getting anyone actually appearing on the show.
No, you're not. But that's what I would ask.
You have to have some sort of background deal, like. I want to use this music, or I want to use, I want Sting to be able to go up with an AEW pin on his fucking suit,
I want him to give Lex Luger an AEW title belt as the Hall of Fame inductee thing.
I want Sting and Darby Allin to induct him. I want them to use his AEW music, I want to, that's things like that, because that's all you're gonna get.
All right. Not a full in return. Not even a Gibby Cody for a day so we can shoot a documentary or something.
I mean, yeah, maybe that documentary thing. But you're not getting anything. You're not getting any WWE on AEW Dynamite.
But you're giving them a Sting. Sting's not nothing.
Yeah, but also the part of it is you kind of want to do it too because you want to be nice to Sting. He's done a lot for you, and he probably wants to do the induction for his friend.
And it's good PR, if you do let him do it.
I say give me fucking some Sting WCW footage.
That would be a good deal, actually. Yeah.
Give me the rights to some Sting WCW footage so I can use it in video packages in the future. That's what I would ask for.
That's solid.
I would ask for a man called Sting for his kids when they graduate.